What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, according to sources, premier boxing champion, founder and advisor Al Haymon, better known as the PBC. Al Haymon is the advisor to many fighters. He's not registered as a promoter, so he's registered as an advisor. So that gives him more flexibility to deal with fighters, right? He uses Tom Brown TGB as his promotional company. Al Haymon is reportedly looking over the contract sent from Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn of the Zone in representation of undefeated welterweight British superstar boxer Conor Benn, who's 23 wins, no loss, no draw, 14 wins by way of knockout, 27 years of age, 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach, to fight Al Haymon's fighter, who he advises, in undefeated, 3-division, 5-time world champion, superstar boxer, who is widely acknowledged as one of the faces, if not the face, of the sport of boxing, in Gervonta Tank Davis, who is 29 wins, no losses, no draw, 27 wins by way of knockout. He is 29 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Now, according to sources, Al Haymon is now looking over the contract. And Conor Benn, he reaches out on social media and he says he's just waiting for Al Haymon to make a decision to see if he's going to allow Gervonta Tank Davis to come out and play, right? Or is Gervonta Tank Davis all talk about being the boss? That's what Conor Benn responded to Gervonta Tank Davis on social media. So he's waiting for Al Haymon to make a decision. So Al Haymon is involved. We knew he was going to be involved, but the initial contact, Gervonta Tank Davis never said, call Al. He didn't deflect the conversation to Al Haymon. He engaged in this conversation. When it came to his biggest rival, an undefeated 2-division world champion, former undisputed lightweight world champion, now reigning WBC junior welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Devin the Dream Haney, who is 31 wins, no losses, no draws, 15 wins by way of knockout. He is 25 years of age, 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach. When it came to Devin Haney, Gervonta Tank Davis was contacted by Devin Haney's father, trainer, manager, CEO of DHP, Devin Haney Promotions, Bill Haney. And he was also contacted by Eddie Hearn for a fight with Devin Haney in Saudi Arabia, as His Excellency Prince Turki Al-Sheikh was going to put up the money, the finances. He was going to back it financially. Immediately, Gervonta Tank Davis said no. He was having zero conversations. Didn't even initiate, didn't even allow the conversation to get past himself. When it came to Bill Haney, he stated that Bill Haney needed to get in contact with the right people and he don't know who to get in contact with. And when it came to Eddie Hearn, he just flat out said no. And he revealed the conversation. When it comes to Conor Benn, Eddie Hearn contacts him and he has a full-fledged conversation to make a fight with Conor Benn. And now, Eddie Hearn says that a contract has been sent, and now Al Haymon is looking over the contract. And Conor Benn says, I'm patiently waiting. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis' team is in a pickle, right? Because they did a lot of deflecting when it came to why Gervonta Tank Davis wasn't in negotiations or pushing for a fight with Devin Haney. When Bill Haney reached out and stated that His Excellency was willing to put up $20 million guaranteed to Gervonta Tank Davis, depending upon who you ask, would have been the biggest guaranteed purse ×2 if you go off the report that his biggest purse guaranteed was $10 million to fight Ryan Garcia April 22nd, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, which the fight was very successful. It did 1.2 million pay-per-view buys. It did a $23 million gate, the 5th highest gate in Las Vegas boxing history, and it saw both fighters take home over $30 million. But again, his guarantee purse, depending upon who you ask, for that fight was $10 million or $5 million. They didn't know. They anticipated the fight doing big numbers, but they weren't sure and guaranteed that. So he took that money on a whim to hopefully see himself make more money on the back end, but he wasn't sure what the back end was going to do. They can't predict that until the fight is over, right? Because there's a lot of piracy within the sport of boxing. So he took a $5 to $10 million guarantee. Now, if it's $5 million, depending upon the report, then that means he could have made against Devin Haney with Prince Turki Al-Sheikh, His Excellency, 4 times the amount. But if it was 10 million, it would be twice the amount. The 20 million guaranteed. And you still don't know what it's going to do on the back end, as you didn't know what that fight was going to do on the back end. Nonetheless, he turned it down. But when Devin Haney's father, Bill Haney, contacted him, everybody deflected and said, including Gervonta Tank Davis' team, well, Bill Haney he don't call the shots. He can't contact nobody. He can't send an offer. Debunked, because now Conor Benn just sent the offer. And they're looking it over. And so you said that Bill Haney can't send an offer and can't call the shots, but Conor Benn can? Conor Benn is not the star that Devin Haney is. Okay. Then they said that Devin Haney was too big. Because they said that Devin Haney in his last fight against Regis Rubaru Prograis, December 9th, Devin Haney rehydration weight suddenly appeared to the public that he was 165 the night of the fight. He rehydrated 25 pounds. He's 165 pounds. He was massive. So his team, Tank Davis, said that, well, Devin Haney is too big for Gervonta Tank Davis. Now Gervonta Tank Davis is fighting Conor Benn, or willing to fight Conor Benn, should I say. And Conor Benn was on the verge of fighting at 160 pounds against Chris Eubanks, a middleweight. And that fell through because he tested positive for a banned substance and got suspended. And now Conor Benn is fighting. His last 2 fights was at 150 pounds. And his last fight this past Saturday, he rehydrated 7 hours before the fight, 170. Bang! So the notion that Devin Haney was too big, that just fell through, because Conor Benn weighed 170 7 hours prior to the fight. Devin Haney weighed 165 in the actual ring, which means Conor Benn was going to rehydrate at least another 3 pounds before he got in the ring, if not more. Okay? So the size, that has been debunked. And then they stated that Devin Haney don't sell, right? He don't sell tickets. Well, what tickets did Conor Benn sell? He's not a draw. He never fought on pay-per-view here in the States. He's never done big numbers here in the States. As a matter of fact, the whole reason that Conor Benn was being clowned on social media by fighters like Devin Haney and Errol Spence and many others is because the time in which he fought and the fact that it wasn't a packed out arena. And he had a lackluster performance. Devin Haney sold more. Okay. Now they're saying that the reason, because see, now you have to give a rhyme and a reason as to why he has committed to fighting Conor Benn instead of fighting Devin Haney. And so now they're saying that Devin Haney outpriced himself. So now you have his team saying, first they said Conor Benn was too big and that Gervonta Tank Davis was just trolling. But now Al Haymon is actually looking over a contract. And Gervonta Tank Davis took to social media and said, I'm not trolling Conor Benn. This is going to be fun. And he said to Conor Benn, just be patient. Me and your team is working this out. So where's he trolling? So now they're saying that they're choosing Conor Benn over Devin Haney because Devin Haney outpriced himself. Womp, 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 womp. Now, we know that can't be true. Seeing as though when Bill Haney and Eddie Hearn tried to make contact. They wasn't even able to make contact and get past the initial point of having a conversation to begin with. So how could he possibly be pricing himself out and asking for too much when you never even had a conversation to begin with? Not only that, Devin Haney went on record and told the world that he would accept the same offer and deal that they offered to Ryan Garcia, which means that Ryan Garcia, according to these reports, depending upon which one you ask, his max guaranteed purse was $3 million. Wah, wah, wah. Devin Haney made more than that against Regis Prograis. He made more than that against Lomachenko. So he's going to accept $3 million guaranteed to fight Gervonta Tank Davis with the hopes that it sells great and the back end money. Same thing that Ryan Garcia take. So how's he pricing himself out? And just for the record, when people say, well, Ryan Garcia was a bigger draw, no. And Ryan Garcia had never done a pay-per-view before Gervonta Tank Davis fight. He never did a pay-per-view after Tank Davis fight. The common denominator is Gervonta Tank Davis. Ryan Garcia, in his last fight against Oscar Duarte, sold 7,000 tickets. Devin Haney in his last fight sold 14 to 15,000. That's twice as many. Ryan Garcia has never made as much money as Devin Haney made in any fight outside of the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. And he's never done a pay-per-view. So how could he be a bigger draw? Make it make sense. So now they're saying that Devin Haney outpriced himself when they never even had a conversation with him. It's sad. It is completely sad at this point. And let's see how this unfolds and plays out. I personally like the fight with Gervonta Tank Davis and Conor Benn, especially in the UK. Now, Conor Benn is suspended in the UK, but they're saying that he's up for another hearing in 2 weeks or so. With this fight looming and on the table, I'm pretty sure that they'll grant him his license back and allow this fight to take place. And I love the idea of Gervonta Tank Davis fighting in the UK. And at the end of the day, this is not Gervonta Tank Davis that was making up all these excuses. He never said none of this. It was his fans and his team, and he made them all eat their words. And now they're throwing caution in the wind and hoping it sticks to try to justify all the excuses they had since he made this decision to fight Conor Benn. Especially if this fight gets announced. How are you going to justify this? And even if it was at a catchweight, it's going to be more than 140 pounds because Conor Benn last 2 fights was at 150 and he rehydrated 7 hours before his fight at 170. So you know he ain't going below 140. So all the talk that Gervonta Tank Davis ain't comfortable fighting at 140, that has all been debunked. And Leonard Ellerbe, Mayweather Promotion CEO, said that Gervonta Tank Davis is naturally a 130-pounder. He ain't fighting Devin Haney. Devin Haney, they ain't even in the same division. Now, Conor Benn is nearly 2 divisions above Devin Haney, but he's going to fight him. He made them all look bad, period. And that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. So all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.